Howdy, folks. Welcome to the inaugural episode of the Golden Butterflies podcast. I'm your host for the day, Krona Gigadonk. Half girl, half idiot. I don't have any pronouns. I only have pronouns.
Oh,
You can
shit.
find me at youtube.com/@gigadonk99, patreon.com/gigadonk. With me here, I've got a few of my epic friends. We have Gojo's #1 fan, Brody.
That's me.
We have...
Wait, hold on. Brody, where can we find you? You've got a whole new YouTube. Like, you've literally just launched a YouTube show.
No, I thought, are we doing that right now?
I just want to know, where is it? What is it called? What's your name on YouTube?
At Brody Caesar, and Caesar is spelt, I gotta look it up.
You've got a Scream review and some dog videos and a Naruto Sasuke AMV that's blowing up, going viral.
Honestly, I'm about to take over the world. So it's at Brody, Brody, and then Caesar is Caesar.
Nice.
And those are two of my dog's names, so
there you have it. Yeah, if you want to see Brody like blowing up real big right now on YouTube, just look up Brody Inflation. Anyway, we've got Nisa here.
Hello, I am Nisa. Also, Nisa Draws on YouTube.
Designer of a lot of my avatars and stuff.
That is true. Yes.
Hell yeah. Next up, we've got Trixie, the Golden Witch.
Oh my goodness, I'm so golden. Yeah, you can find me on a whole bunch of YouTube channels. All of these are going to be linked to the description, by the way. I just like to hear people say the names of it. But, you know, I've got too many to actually list, so just go down there. They'll be down 50? There. They're all on my link tree, actually. Linktree.e/Golden Witch has pretty much everything I've ever made somewhere on it.
Hell yeah. And lastly, we have our local Pokemon master, Z Cypher.
Hello, I'm Z Cypher. It is pronounced Z Cypher. One way you can annoy me is by getting my name wrong. It's Z Cypher everywhere there is internet.
Literally Decipher, but with a Z, right? Like that's the joke.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's Decipher and Zephyr combined. I came up with it on League a few years ago, and I really liked how it sounded, and it kind of stuck for the past 10+ years.
Yeah, I like it. It's a good name. Z names are powerful.
Yeah. It's a good intro. Just to be like, hi, here's how you don't piss me off.
I'm sure I'm just inviting people to piss me
off. To piss you off, yeah.
People love, ever since I was a kid, people find that really funny to do, so there you go.
Well, very importantly, all of us are moderators or administrators and of both whatever chat this has and of the end of our Discord. So if you piss one of us off, it's not going to end well for you, especially if you do it knowingly. Like, it's one thing to be like cute and funny, but it's another thing if someone's like, here's my boundary, push on this and you die, you know, like we will kill. we will all kill.
Yeah, I think every one of us
Gojo purpled by me.
I think every one of us has had at least one moment in the Discord that like made our vessels pop.
We've all done some bans, I think.
More than once.
Wait, has anyone here never banned someone from the Discord? We've all banned,
Maybe
right?
Z-Cypher?
I have not directly banned people, but I have definitely gotten them killed.
Lured them into the trap.
I think I've banned a few people, but I can't remember.
I mean, they're not worth remembering. They're, you know, it's usually...
so many.
To you, it was the day you got banned from Golden Butterflies. To me, it was Tuesday.
We love murdering here. It's our pastime.
I love
Absolutely
killing
true.
people.
I love killing people.
I love when you say that. It's iconic to me.
Yeah. Krona.
Some of my friends call me the Krona soundboard because I have so many vocal stems I repeat ad nauseum.
I'm a big fan. No, vocal stems are good. It's.
I was thinking about Krona earlier today, and I just thought poop. The way she said it.
I know, seriously.
I always go, what the fart?
Yeah.
That's one of my
what
favorites.
the dicky fart?
Yeah.
Oh yeah, what the dicky fart?
The dicky fart is what gets me.
I have so many of them. It's just me being chronically online. I've picked up so many things. I think I picked up like 5 new vocal stems when I watched Freddy Got Fingered. So it's like the stupidest movie of all time. He has like his fingers tied to sausages dangling from the ceiling, and he's playing the piano,
Oh,
going, "Daddy, would you like some
God.
sausage? Daddy, would you like some sausage? Daddy,
Oh
would you
my
like some
God.
sausage?"
That's Tom Green.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's peak.
Yes.
It's peak.
God,
Oh,
it's such a
Peak
crazy movie.
brain rot.
It is peak brain rot.
I think having vocal stems might be what moe is. Like, you know, in anime, like every moe show, the girls all have like something they can't stop saying. You know, like the Squid Girl, where she's like degesso at the end of every single sentence, or just desu. Some of them have desu. You know, like
Oh
that
my
is
God.
just vocal stems. Like at some point, I realized, oh, moe is just autism. It's just girls with autism. Like,
It's true.
I always wanted to make a video about that exact thing you just said. Like years and years ago when I was in like my like turbo otaku phase, I used to tell my friends if I ever become like an anime YouTuber, I have to make a video called "Is Moe Subhuman?" with like a thumbnail that's just my face.
That's
honestly,
brilliant.
nobody's done that on YouTube yet, so that would be cool. Because, like, I've seen the conversation about moe being autism going, like, 20 years back, but it's never been a YouTube video as far as I know. So, the floor is
remember
open
telling
No,
for
they
that.
just do. They just do right wing stuff with it.
True, true. That's deeply unfortunate. The appropriation of
is.
anime girls by the right wing has been a cancer on society.
It's too sad.
Yeah, that's why I'm becoming an alt-right grifter. That's going to be how I break in.
Yeah, it's
That's
how you get
how you
those
make
big
some money.
bucks.
That's where the real money is, on the internet. That's where the money's at these days.
So I'm gonna
True, if I
start.
had no soul.
I'm gonna start asking you all questions. We're gonna format the fuck out of this episode of this podcast. It's so fucking
Why?
formatted.
Yeah.
Why?
Why?
Talk
Not
about-
sure.
I think I like narrative. I think people want to get hooked in. They want to know why they should care about us, and what's our story. And since I made Krona start the podcast, I'm gonna ask you first. I'm gonna ask you a 3-pronged question, which is, who are you on the internet currently? I don't want to hear about your past. Forget all that. Fuck the past. Everybody hates the past. The past sucks. All my homies hate the past. Who are you on the internet currently? How did you get into the Golden Butterflies, which we haven't actually explained what it is, but it's a Discord server. And how did you end up as moderator of that said Discord server?
Long ago,
In a galaxy
four
far,
nations
far away.
lived together in harmony. Then everything changed when the Fire Nation attacked.
This is so cinematic.
I don't know. I was working a job, and my job made me miserable, and I don't have any friends that live close by to me. My closest friends live like 2 hours away, so I got really fucking tired and bored all the time. And so to pass the time and make myself slightly less miserable, I listened to videos by my favorite YouTuber, Trixie the Golden Witch.
Woohoo!
And that inspired me to start making my own videos a little bit. But I was like thinking about it really hard before actually doing it because it's scary. And then
Yeah.
I joined this Discord server. So he made a video being like, I have a Discord server and it's really cool and has lots of cool people in it. And I talk to them all the time. And I was like, oh my God, I could be gay and talk to Trixie all the time if I joined that Discord. And, like,
The funny thing about that is nobody in this call was actually in the Discord before I made that video, and after everyone,
true.
like after I made it, the Discord exploded. Like it got so much more active specifically because of everyone in this call. Like y'all are like the core people who made the Golden Butterflies into like a real thing that I was doing, 5 times more than I had been before.
Yeah, that's why we're the mod team. But getting ahead of ourselves. I'm answering this prong of your fucking
Yeah.
your multi-part question. I'm answering this prong first because this is
It was funny because you reminded me that I had said that it was like a place I participated in, and I was like, that might have been true, but it was nowhere near the level of how it was after saying that,
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, it was called the We Watch Anime
Yes.
server
Yeah.
before.
Yeah, because it was for the YouTube channel you and Bird did where you yapped
Yeah.
about anime together, and now it's called Nova's Anime Blog.
Yes.
But
Yes.
but yeah, like I don't know, I liked listening to your vlogs, and they made me happy, and they made me think about stuff, and I was just really hurting in need of like a new social circle, and I kind of joined under the assumption that like when you join like a Discord for like a YouTuber, doesn't matter, big or small. It seems to always be like a total toss-up as to how much they'll participate. Like you probably won't get to be like real friends with them, but you might get to say hello every now and again.
Mhm.
And so I joined this server, and everyone was really friendly and really cool, and I was allowed to be kind of like funny and like edgy, but like still in like a gay way, like a kind of
Yeah.
woke way. So like everyone just like vibed with my sense of humor right away. And then Trixie also really fucking liked me, so we did end up becoming friends, which was really
Mhm.
cool and exciting.
We are the epitome of dark woke in our server, I think. I don't know if that's a popular turn of phrase, but we represent it. I think you introduced me to that term.
So
I made like a joke tier list where I ranked all my friends. It's like, how woke are you? And when I put myself in dark woke, I started saying it to people as like a joke, and it kind of caught on in this server. And everyone
Okay,
was
so
like,
you
yeah,
did just make that up. It wasn't like something you'd heard before. Oh,
I'd
we're
heard
gonna
it
spread
before,
that like
but
wildfire.
and I had heard it before. It was just like, I don't know where I heard it. I don't know where
yeah,
I
it was
absorbed it
probably
from.
like Reddit or something.
I appropriated it.
I was saying Doomer like a year before it caught on, so I think we're gonna like dark woke is gonna take off if we start saying it.
It's gonna come back.
How did you
Yeah,
how did you end up as a moderator though?
I don't know. You were like looking for mods, and you were like, anyone who I trust can be a moderator. And you were like, Crony, you want to be a mod? And I was like, no, I cannot. I cannot handle the responsibility. Last time I was a Discord mod, it was fucking awful. And then I thought about it for a couple days, and I remembered the reason it sucked is because that was in a server where the admin was like a total fucking twat. Like he was like a lawyer, and he was like, I'm a genius. I'm a moderator of 12 different subreddits and 13 Discord servers. You know, he was like a turbo virgin, like weirdo.
Yeah.
And then I remembered, oh yeah, Trixie's not that guy, so it'll be fine.
No, not
And then
at
it was
all.
fine.
You had your Spider-Man moment.
Yes.
With great power comes great responsibility.
Yeah.
It's more like the Spider-Man 2, where he like loses his powers because he can't handle the responsibility, and then realizes that he can do both. He can fuck the girl, and he can be a cool guy.
Oh my
To do
god.
both.
I've already got to jump up for a piss, but just keep going.
Oh my god.
But yeah, I had to answer that prong of the question before I got to the who am I part, because the who am I right now question is like, I can't explain that without explaining how I got here first, because the golden butterflies changed me. I'm a changed
Aw.
person.
Wow.
So I'm inspired.
Yeah. No, I don't know. Like, I joined the server, and like Brody was one of the first people to be like, "You're my friend now," and like we just kind of like DM about like people we liked and people we didn't like, and politics and
true.
all sorts of like cartoons and video games and shit. It was, like just you know, that was life. And then I finally worked up the courage to start making videos. And I started out with just little rudimentary vlogs like the one that Trixie makes, because it seemed like an easy way to start. And yeah, I don't know. I was posting them. They were getting like 15 to 20-ish views at first. But like everyone who, like, I was amazed anyone was watching them, first of all. But then like I got like all of you here in this call watched my stuff, and you were like, man, this is good. And I was like, what the fuck? And it made me feel really good about myself. Like, I think all of you were like played a big part in propelling me forward into doing this and getting to where I am now. Because without that positive reinforcement, I wouldn't have kept doing it. Like, I would have just been like, you know, it's like some people, I know a lot of people make art just for themselves, but like, I feel really sad if I put work and effort into something and no one gives a fuck. It's like soul crushing.
No, that shit sucks. Like when you get like 5 views on something, like especially when you spend hours doing it.
Yeah.
Like it just sucks.
Yeah.
Well, and Brody, I'm proud of the fact that your first few videos already have like 100 to 200 views, which is like quite impressive for a brand new.
I have my thumb on the pulse of the people. Narasasu will always sell.
Well, I'm going to jump to you next, Brody, because, but before I do that, I want to set a little bit of a timeline because, so, yeah, the We Watch Anime server had existed for like a year and a half and was like somewhat active. Like, it had a few posts a day type shit, but it wasn't like super active. And there are people in here who have still, who've been in there since back then. But Z Cypher pointed out today that it's like almost exactly the 1 year anniversary of Krona and Z Cypher joining the server. And before that, like, Brody was like a month before and Nisa was like a couple weeks later. But like, Brody had already been in, and I knew, like, I didn't know who she was. Like, she'd posted a few times, but I didn't know, like, really anything about her. But when you joined Krona, you and Brody seemingly hit it off immediately. And, like, you just had a really cool conversation that made me feel like, oh my God, my server's cool now. Like, just like, and I legitimately thought that you were just friends already. Like, I thought that you were somebody who Brody knew who had come in, and that's why the two of you were like, had such a good chemistry. But it wasn't. It was just like, just instant, So, Brody, I'm going to ask you, like, I mean, I guess we've already kind of established who you are on the internet currently, brand new YouTuber. But how did you get into the Golden Butterflies, and how did you end up as a mod?
How did I even get here? Oh my God. Well, so I had been watching you for a long time, but I fell off during a certain era. And then you made the Critical Drinker video.
Yeah.
Yeah, fuck the Critical Drinker. Like, that guy sucks.
Wait, I have to make it clear. This podcast is the absolute enemy of EFAP. Anybody who's in EFAP, we will fight you in real fucking life. I will hit you in the face for real if I ever see you. I will run down an EFAPper.
My dream is to be on an EFAP episode. Like, just them going through
Hello,
something.
it's me, Mola. You're on EFAP right now.
Oh my God, Drees realized. If we don't get on EFAP, this will have been for nothing, really. Like, that's
what
dream.
pisses me off the most about EFAP is that, like, that was my gimmick. Like, I was the first person to do the, like, I'm gonna literally break down every fucking shot in a thing. And then Mahler started doing it, and now EFAPing is like a slang term for doing, like, literally pausing every frame and commenting on it. And I was like, that could have been mine. But I took a step back, foolishly, and somebody took my spot and did it way worse, and did it, like, the most heinously fucking right-wing piece of shit. Like,
I'm about to say, you probably wouldn't be, like, right-wing chuds, though.
No, not at all.
Yeah, so you made that about Thor: Love and Thunder, because I remember I watched it, and I saw a bunch of people hating it, and I was like, I really like that movie. It was a lot of fun. And
that was great.
I watched your video, and you said all the things I was thinking, and I was like, no, that's so right. So I started watching your podcast with Bird, the We Watch Anime.
Yeah.
And then I think you mentioned, like, the server, and I'm, like, very illiterate when it comes to computers 90% of the time. So I took, like, forever to find it. I think I commented on one of your videos, and I was like, I can't find it, sad face. And then you were like, keep looking. And I was like, oh.
Wow, that is such a cunty thing for me to say, but it sounds totally like me.
I don't think you said it exactly, but...
No, I probably did.
I was like, oh, wow, now I have to find it. This is... But yeah, I joined like a month before everybody, and it was pretty quiet, but I tried to talk a bunch. And I don't, like Krona, I don't have any, like, real-life friends that have my same interests. Like, there's nobody in my life that likes anime or, like, manga or any of, like, the nerdy stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So this has been, like, the community where that's been a thing. Because, like, I don't have anybody I can gush about yaoi with. Like, who am I going to talk to? Andrew? Like, he's not interested in yaoi. He's not interested in why Sasunaru is peak right now.
How did you end up as a moderator?
Oh, I think I asked.
I think you did, didn't you?
Like, make me a mod.
Yes,
I did.
she literally
did.
I think you are the newest mod, like, because
I think I'm newer, because I did not actually become a mod until after the server exploded.
Yeah.
The drama.
I did it to piss Ellen off because she was getting on my nerves.
Goddamn.
All right, we jump in right into that.
T. The tea is spilling. The tea is spilling. All right, well.
It's so true because she would
God.
act like she was like so bad, and it's like, girl, you're a mod. Like,
Yeah.
calm down.
Like. Yeah, okay, well, I'm not going to get too into that. Z Cypher, I'm going to move on to you. since you just spoke up and you've been quiet.
Oh yeah,
not
I'm
accusatory.
very patient. I like listening.
I appreciate it. So how did you get into Golden Butterflies? How'd you end up as a mod, and who are you on the internet currently?
Okay,
Actually, in
so-
the opposite order of how I asked that. Sorry.
Who I am on the internet currently. I guess the way I'd probably describe it is like a furry / anime artist. You can find me on Blue Sky. I made a Fur Affinity, not posted to it yet. I am trying to like find my people, which is sort of how I ended up in the Golden Butterflies. I watched Trixie back in college, I think.
Wait, if I can back you up a bit, you are somebody who sells your art at conventions
Oh yes.
in Minnesota.
Yeah, 2 years ago, I decided to start try selling at conventions. I'm currently kind of on a hiatus from that because I have a full-time job, but I have done over 20 events at this point.
Wow.
And yeah, not any of the events are like super big, like ASEN or Otakon or anything. Like probably not anything most people have heard of, but it is kind of cool that I did it long enough that people started to recognize me, especially locally. And they'd be like, "Oh, I saw you at this other event." I was like, "Oh, wow, I didn't even remember I was at that event because it was like a year ago."
Well, some of them are traumatizing, so you might want to forget.
I did not have a good time in Iowa recently, but I think I'm gonna save my crazy con stories for another podcast
yeah.
if we ever get to that one.
Yeah.
if the band Slipknot has taught me anything, it's that nobody has a good time in Iowa.
Jeez.
Damn.
I want to like take an aside real quick just to gas up Z Cypher for a moment because I love his art and I've commissioned him a few times. And for those who don't know, basically all of the art on my channel, on the main Gigadonk channel, is like done by him. Like all my OC, my avatar, my profile pictures. That is all him.
My Blue Sky profile picture, where my cow Sona was done by Z Cypher as well.
Good
And wait, are commissions open for you?
Commissions are open. I'm not really advertising them because I have a commission I'm working on that's taking a while. But I'm not like not open to them. I'm just not advertising them really.
Yeah. Okay, fair. Yeah. So how did you get into Golden Butterflies?
Yeah, so I was a Trixie fan back in college, and then in 2016, I kind of had my come to Jesus moment where it was just like, I realized that a lot of the people I was hanging out with were kind of like alt-right chuds, and I ditched all of them because I am trans, and I'm queer, and I'm furry, and I'm like, did not like being in that kind of space, and so I kind of kept to myself for quite a while, because as I transitioned to male, I also found myself sort of feeling like I was getting kicked out of queer spaces too, because
A lot of trans women hate men, including trans men,
Yeah.
and it's fucking weird.
Yeah.
yes, I went to like an artsy fartsy school, and everyone just thought I was a cis guy, and I did not make very many friends. And I've had like a similar thing to Trixie, where I've also moved around a bunch, so I'll make friends, I'll lose friends. So I've always wanted to have like an online community that I could actually call home, and it's like I've moved through a lot of them, but I did not feel at place in a lot of them either. So I think about 2 years ago, maybe 3, I started watching Trixie again, and I was like, oh shit, we're trans now.
Yep.
I
Hey, we
started to really
transed up.
Trans now.
Because again, I left during the sort of like era when I believe like May was on the channel, and I was just
Yeah.
like, this is not going in a direction that I'm comfortable with. Because
Rightfully
you
so.
know, reminded me of a lot of my friends who I'd sort of like disconnected from.
Mm.
But when I came back on the trans arc, I started getting invested again, and I think it was during the vertical live streams you started talking.
Yes,
about
that's
having
right. You were in a
Discord
lot of
server.
those. Yeah.
Like a live stream.
I was lurking. I never commented. I never said anything. I would just lurk, and
Yeah.
I hovered over joining the Discord like probably more than 10 times.
This would have been
Never
summer
did
summer 2023. No,
Yeah,
2024.
sounds
It's 2026 now. Fuck. Yeah, 2024. I was living with my parents, and I kept like going out into the woods and doing vertical live streams during like the summer and fall. So yeah, it would have. And I remember you being in a lot of them.
Garage. I remember the garage.
That too. Yeah, garage as
I
well.
actually paid for you to read a chapter of Worm, I think, back then.
Yes, which somehow like you did that, and either before or after someone else did, because I read the first chapter of Worm twice based on being paid to do it.
I did not catch the first time, otherwise I probably wouldn't have done that.
But yeah, I enjoyed it more the second time actually, because the first time I
Yeah.
was just like, oh god, bullying. I hate bullying. It's like a story point, and then like the second time I was like, okay, I can appreciate a little bit more how this is written. And you've convinced me that Worm is like a good story. I'll probably never read it because it's fucking long, like unfathomably fucking long. Like
Yeah, it's like asking someone to read Homestuck. Like there has to be.
no, it's like asking someone to read Homestuck 20 times. It's literally like 20 times longer than Homestuck. Like
No way.
no, Homestuck is only 850,000 words in total.
Okay, but the first part of Worm is only like 1.6 million or 1.8 million. We're
So
not
that's
counting-
already double Homestuck for part 1. Out of like 6 parts. It is, and one of them is 3 million words long. It is unfathomably long. How long has that been publishing for? When did it start?
I don't remember when it started because I didn't start reading it until like 2016. About.
Okay, so it
That's when
is old.
Worm
It's
was-
been around for over a decade.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, I thought it was newer. I
I had-
hadn't heard about it till recently.
Yeah, I never heard of it till y'all got me to read the first chapter. So I thought it was new until I found out it was like,
It's
9 million words or whatever.
It's always had a small dedicated fan base, and the writer has like an insane output, just like Hussey at the height of Homestuck was just like churning out these chapters like every single, like several times a week actually, and they could just get longer and longer, and you're like, when did this guy have time to like eat or sleep?
I always quote, my favorite quote from Hussey is like, Homestuck is not a work of art, it is a lifestyle. Like, that's just what he did with his time for 7 years, And in fairness to Homestuck being, like, it also is illustrated, so it,
Yeah.
like, all of the extra time that Worm, like, all of the extra words in Worm are time that Hussey spent illustrating things. But, okay, so, I don't...
Oh yes, sorry.
How did you
finally-
become a mod of the Discord as well? Oh wait, no, you're not done telling how you got in.
No, I didn't get quite to actually joining. Hilariously
Yeah.
enough, it was the video that made a lot of people join. I believe it was like Nobody is Nobody,
Yeah.
which really resonated with me because it's like I've been posting my art online since I was like 10, but I've never found any success. I've never found any traction. And I've had people sort of treat me like I'm less than them just because of like follower counts, and I've never understood that because I don't like my brain doesn't really work with a sort of hierarchy structure.
Yeah.
I think that we're all more equal than we realize, and so like the message of that video really resonated with me. I'm like, oh, if there's other people who think similar to the way I do, then I'd like to talk to them, and that's when I finally joined.
That is my least favorite thing about having been like, I've been internet popular for like a decade and change, and like what I have seen is people legitimately will listen to you more the more subs you have. And it's specifically subs, not views, not like how well known you are or whatever within the community. Just like if you have more subscribers, people treat you like you are better than them or worse than them, if you have less. And like I've seen it through going to conventions. I've seen it, just the way people treat each other online, especially like podcasters and shit. Like they create a hierarchy in their own minds. And it's like, I can't imagine thinking that anyone's better than me. I just can't, that's not the way I operate. I'm like, I am the greatest human in my own mind. I have lots of flaws that I can acknowledge, but like, why would I consider myself lesser than someone else? Like, it just doesn't make sense to me. But people do it to themselves, and they do it mostly based on math. And I'm like, math is stupid. Why are you doing this?
It
is fake and gay.
But you made that video because of the Roy Thomas stuff.
Yeah, the little
Which is the funniest
Roy Alice
thing
Thomas
ever.
arc.
Yeah, that someone was like, "Why are you wasting so much time responding to this nobody?" And you're like, "It's not a nobody, it's a person."
Well, yeah, that was a funny.
being.
I literally made like 2 videos shitting on this person, and then somebody said, "Why are you wasting time on this nobody?" And so I made a whole video about why that person deserves to be recognized as like a quality human. Just flipping the script.
And then Roy Thomas
And
was
now-
in the Discord.
He
Oh, sorry.
was for a little bit, and then I think
They
I don't know
actually.
what
Roy,
happened. Oh,
Roy,
they.
Roy is
They.
they them.
Who we got in here?
They, them, yeah.
We got Brody, we got Krona, we got Nisa, and we got Z Cypher.
Hey, gang. I'm sure you'll all
Gang.
be receptive to this news. I sold a car today.
Woohoo!
Aw, well, we're so excited.
Congratulations.
Everybody
What was
congratulates
it?
you.
Thank you
Or
so
what
much.
was it? What was the car?
What was it?
I will not give away that information.
He doesn't want to reveal too much about where he works. That's why.
Oh, okay, I see.
Well, if you're trying to buy a car in the Hampton Roads area and you're listening to this podcast, hit me up in DMs and we'll work something out.
Hit me up.
I am
Or hit
not,
Bird up in
unfortunately.
Bird up.
Bird up,
Bird
it's the
up.
code
Like-
word.
Oh my god, who sings that? Word up. That's the first thing that came to my mind. Who sings that?
That's shit.
Ah, fuck,
Not Rick
Cameo.
James, is it?
Cameo.
Oh.
It's a one-hit wonder. There's a Todd in the Shadows one-hit wonderland about that song. Highly recommended. Great YouTube show. All right, Z Cypher, how did you become a mod from your perspective?
Well, when I joined the server, I kind of quickly made friends with Krona because Krona was one of the few people that didn't have like the shy weird vibe.
Mm-hmm.
They were just willing to talk, and I think the server desperately needed more of that. A lot of
Yeah.
people would not talk unless it was like, "Hey, did you see that new anime episode?"
Mhm.
It's just
Yeah.
like you're not gonna get like great conversation from that. So, I think we were just the people who were yapping the most because we just will not shut the fuck up about anything.
You are the top 2 on the leaderboard in the server. We have it set up so that
True.
you level up every time you have sent a certain number of messages, and it's a scaling level up system. So I think both of you are like levels 70 something.
I'm
we're at
level
Level
68.
72.
I'm at level 69, baby.
Oh hell yeah!
Oh,
I
you
think,
went to 69 finally?
I think I hit.
Next number.
I think I might
Oh,
actually be
interesting.
6'7". I think I might actually be 6'7" right
man.
now.
Uh-oh, gotta
gotta
stop
check
talking
this.
so you can hold on to it.
When I
Well, what's
actually,
interesting is all of the people in this call right now are the top 5.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
we're like the Elite Four from Pokemon, and Z Cypher is the champion.
Oh yeah, I'm level
That's-
673 now.
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's kind of hilarious because I mean, when it comes to like, I don't like talking out loud that much if it isn't obvious. But I love typing because I feel like typing is a more direct connection to my brain, and my brain does not shut the fuck up.
Yes.
No, I get that completely.
Yeah.
So the other
completely get
way.
that.
I,
really
hate
love-
typing. I like talking.
Well, and Brody, you do probably more voice calls than anybody else, and I do probably
That's
less
true.
voice calls than anybody else in this. But
I love the format of like typing stuff in a Discord because like anyone can engage with it. They can even engage with it a day later if they want to. Like if they see it late, it doesn't matter. You can just be like, I just like watched this episode of a anime and here's all of my thoughts on it. And if no one replies, it's fine. I just
Yeah.
wanted to type it as
Yeah.
Alana.
Yeah.
I just want to talk.
I like giving
Yeah.
people
More
the
often
chance
than
to
not,
get
end
to
up
it when they
talking to
get
me,
to
though.
it, you know? Like,
Mhm.
Yeah.
and I love when I come to the computer and there is something to respond to, you know? Like, it could be from, you know, I woke up at 12, it happened at 6 a.m., and I can still, you know, rejoin it. And, like, I think everybody who we have who's, like, really active in the server is somebody who is, like, nobody in the server is expecting to be responded to right away. Like, we're all under the expectation that, like, I just want to say this, and if somebody picks up this thread, I'm definitely going to be down to talk about it later. Like, nobody is saying something and then going to be like, oh, I'm annoyed you responded to this 6 hours later. Like, that's old news. I'm not thinking about that anymore. It's like, no, we're all thinking about what we're thinking about, like, in perpetuity, pretty much.
Yeah.
Ask Z Cypher about Pokemon, you're going to get a response.
True, you're gonna get a bunch of responses.
I literally will type certain keywords in the Pokemon. The Pokemon chat only exists because I was basically going to live blog about playing through Pokemon Platinum again. And all of a sudden there was a channel made for me, and I was like, okay, this is where everything's going. And I basically was just using it as like my diary as I like played through the games. And then some people would drop stuff in and I would respond to it, and people would sometimes just come into the chat to ask me stuff instead of just using Google.
Pokemon channel is definitely why you are number one in the server, I think.
Yeah, for sure.
On the leaderboard, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, and
Cool stuff.
so I want to say that from my perspective, the reason that you are a moderator is you are the most protective of the server culture. Like, you were the first person to put your foot down and say, like, I like being here, and people who who make this miserable for me should not be here. And I went, you are correct. Like, because like initially it was really hard. I have a hard time deciding, like, where is the line? Like, what is someone not allowed to say? What is, like, how do I develop a culture? And to me, it's like I'm very protective of just whoever is using it the most. Like, if you're here and you're having a great time and it is affecting you in a positive way, I want to protect that for you. And you were the first person to be like, hey, this and this person are like really fucking bad. And I went, yeah, you're right. You know, like, those people do have to go. And that like really repaired the server culture. And I'm not talking about the people who we were spilling tea about earlier, if anybody's wondering. This was earlier than that. There was some people who were like real assholes who we had to kick at first, and they were trans, which made it hard because I didn't want to kick out trans women. I was like, this server is for lonely trans girls, but like some of them fucking suck, you know, like some people just suck. It doesn't matter their I don't play identity politics. If you suck, you suck. And like at the end of the day, those people did some shit that was heinous, you know, like that I really could not abide by. And you were the person who was like, we have to get rid of these people or else I'm not going to feel comfortable here. And I was like, well, I definitely want you more than I want them, you know, like, and over time I felt like your morality kind of is a good bar for, like, because you're not somebody who gets upset easily or tries to say, well, I shouldn't say that. You get upset easily, but you wouldn't try to do something about it easily. Like, you'll put up with a lot of bullshit. And so if somebody is pushing you to your breaking point, then I'm like, no, that's too much. You know, like, if Z-Cypher can't handle this person, they gotta fucking go, you know?
It has been at least a dozen different occasions where someone in the server was being kind of cringe, and then Z-Cypher would like message me being like, have you noticed that person being like kind of weird? Like, they haven't done anything like terrible, but like I just got a vibe from them, you know? And I'm like, interesting. And then like a week later, that person acted like a total cunt.
Yep.
Happened
Yeah, that's
tons of
happened a lot of
times.
times. Yeah.
And like I would attribute it to like, because like we've talked about the Discord, we haven't
I
really
gotta pee,
explained
but
what
keep
it was.
going.
Like, like the server was more or less like a we watch anime like Trixie fan server to begin with, and it's kind of developed over time, which is why we changed the name to the Golden Butterflies to represent how like we all came from a similar place of like we're all similar levels of like we're all kind of like social outcasts, kind of weirdos, but like we have like enough commonality with each other. Like we know how to be people, you know, like we're all of us in this call are somewhat emotionally mature, which allowed us to connect in a deeper way beyond just talking about our special interests, which unfortunately a lot of social awkward people like fall into that trap. I was like that in high school. I didn't know how to make connections with people aside from talking about video games. And that sucks. Like,
Yeah.
we had a lot of people in here left over from the Trixie fandom, and because Trixie didn't put her entire self on the internet. For years she was making YouTube videos being like, here is all of the smartest thoughts I have in my head, and then everything about her outside of that was like not something the internet was privy to. So she ended up with a bunch of people in her fan base who were just like, I'm intellectual. I'm a genius. Please let me prove to you how smart I am. I know everything about anime.
Oh my god, yeah.
That was pretty much
So
why,
true.
like, those are like I became friends with Trixie right away, is because I wasn't trying to prove my anime brain to her. I came in and said, yeah, I don't really watch anime anymore. I like to meow. I like meowing.
That's
Literally, if you come into this server, Chrono, first thing she will do is meow at you.
how she starts all the voice calls.
Yeah.
It's either farting or meowing, or both.
Both.
Or
Well, you
both.
fart when you leave, and you meow
have the
when you
Giga
first
Shark.
come in. Yeah, the Giga Shark. Yeah.
Giga. All right. It's my ultimate technique. It's like my Rasengan.
Naruto, I see.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been very Naruto pilled lately. No. I don't mean that. I'm a Dragon Ball fan for life. Fuck Naruto. Naruto's for gay sissies. But anyway,
Okay.
that's essentially the secret ingredient that made the server what it is today. Was that we were the first people to come in, and instead of being like, you watch Dungeon Meshi, we were just like, so like my job sucks. Oh my god, mine too.
Yeah.
Talking about ourselves and not just the media we
pretty
consume.
much. Yeah.
Okay, moving on. Nisa, I love
Yes.
you. I'm not even.
too.
I hate when people bring in like, oh, last but not least, like implying someone else is least. None of us is least. There's no least. This isn't a competition. I just love you all. Nisa,
I'm least.
But she loves me the most. I'm that's why I'm not.
how did you get into Golden Butterflies? Who are you on the internet? I should have said that first. And how do you end up as a moderator?
Well, I'll kind of do it backwards because I'm that kind of girl. So
Do whatever you want.
Oh, look at you.
So basically, I was a Trixie fan, just like everybody else here in this call. I got into your videos basically with the SAO. Like, finally, I felt like someone was like saying all the things I was thinking about the show, which like it sucks. And that's pretty much like that's how I got cooked on your content. But I did also drop off, I want to say during the May era as well.
Most of us did, honestly.
I think most of us did.
Yeah.
We don't have to go into why. Oh, did you
No,
not, Kona?
I stuck through the Digi and May era. I actually didn't fall off until Void Gazers, and then I fell back on around like 2023, 2024, whenever the vertical streams happened. But yeah,
2024.
basically
summer.
the videos of exploring parks and stuff was where I was
Yeah.
like, I don't think this is for me anymore, which is
Yeah.
fine.
Yeah, but I basically came back on when the vertical streaming started again, like the you going outside and just talking about whatever the fuck was on your brain, and Bird coming on and being like, I'm not saying anything unless you pay me, and I'm like I thought that was so fucking funny. Yeah, I remember feeling like watching your content at that point, like you felt more real to me and not necessarily somebody just talking and yapping about like anime. Like you felt like a real person, and I wanted to connect to you. But I remember when you were talking about the Discord, so this is like very interesting. Well, I guess not that interesting. I'm not trans, right?
I'm
so,
interested.
You're
I'm
not?
Neither
not
am I.
trans, but I
What the
remember.
fuck?
Well, Brody's not also either. Wait, this is going somewhere. So I remember in the beginning when Trixie would describe the server, she would describe it as like a safe haven for like trans women mostly. That's how I don't know. Am I getting that? Is that wrong?
No, yeah,
It was, right?
I was specifically calling because our two previous admins who are no longer with us were both Brazilian trans women, and so I kept
Right.
insisting, like, well, you know, the server's run by Brazilian trans women, and
Right.
yeah, I don't know that we still have Brazil representation in the server with them gone,
No,
but
No
We
idea.
I
might.
don't think so.
I think there might be
No, I don't
somebody
think so.
Brazilian who's still here but doesn't speak much, but like,
Is
I'm not
Pika
sure.
Pika Brazilian?
Maybe
know.
she.
I don't know.
I thought
Maybe.
she was like Portuguese. I'm not sure,
Oh.
honestly.
Yeah, I'm not
Don't
sure
ask-
either.
Brazilian people
Sorry.
speak Portuguese, so it could
Yeah,
be either
That's,
way.
that might be the connection in my brain.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was
Anyway,
definitely saying
so-
that.
I wasn't Brazilian or a trans woman, so I felt like I didn't want to like impede in a space that was not meant for me, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
So I hesitated a lot, and then I don't remember what video this was, but you were talking about Landon, and you didn't say his name at the time.
Butthole
But you
weed.
were-
Oh my
Yes,
god.
but you were like, I have this friend, and for some reason, I think you said he was in the Discord, even though he was not in the Discord at the time. But you were like, he has like 7 friends that died, and like
He does
and,
have
like,
that.
He's
yeah.
like, yeah, he does have that, and like we're all like just we're in the server, and we're just like hanging on to each other, and we're all friends. And I was like, fuck, this sounds really fucking cool, but I still didn't do it. So what I ended up doing was I drew a picture of you. I don't even know if you remember this, Trixie, but I drew a picture of you and I sent it to you on Blue Sky. And it was like you in a witch hat with like the cow, like a cow ornament on the hat.
Yes,
And
yes.
you liked it and you
Yes.
followed me. And then I think Bird followed me. I don't remember, but a bunch of people started following me and I was like, oh, maybe like I felt like that was like the sign for me that I was like, okay, I want to do this. I feel like I should. And then I ended up joining and like my life has not been the same ever since. Everyone here,
Hopefully for
especially-
the better.
for the better. For definitely for the better. Everybody here is so important to me, and I felt like I was with people who get me. Because the thing about it for me is like I'm an online person, but I'm also very offline. Like I make art, but I don't do commissions. I think the most. Oh, I also do art for Slime Dolls. All the
Yes.
art channel art is
Yeah.
is mine. So
yeah.
and then I do things for Trixie too
Honestly-
sometimes.
I don't want to interrupt you, but it's such a crime that like not enough people have seen like the Slime Doll streams because the art for like the Majora's Mask and the Ocarina of Time ones are like really fucking awesome, and the Metroid one.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you.
I am a
That-
huge
honestly,
fan.
that means so much coming from Z Cypher because I love your art so much. Like, and that was the thing about the server is like everyone was so creative and like people were making things and wanted people to see them, and and especially with Krona too, like Krona like putting herself out there and being like, these are my like videos and I want people to see them. Like it just inspired me. And yeah, I made a little YouTube channel called Misa Draws, and yeah, it's not doing that well because I haven't posted to it in a while, but because I'm kind of like caught up with like real life jobs and stuff. But
Yeah.
I would love to, like if I just draw, I know I can put it on the server and everyone will be like, oh my god, I love this and blah blah blah.
I adore your
definitely-
art because it's like instantly recognizable. Like the second I see it, I'm like, oh, that's Nisa, and I love it. Like you have a very unique style that I don't think anybody's else's art. Not to say that Z Cypher doesn't. I can also recognize your style immediately.
Yeah, absolutely.
I just think that yours is like abstract in a way that really appeals to me.
It is.
Which is why I use a lot of your art for like avatars and stuff. Both of you, I use your art for avatars actually, because I have Z Cypher on Blue Sky. I have you on my.
Isn't it right this one?
Discord.
Well, yeah, not
Yeah,
only on
this one.
Discord, but also on the Trial of the Golden Witch channel. I use that image you drew of Beatrice with all the Beatrice from Umineko, not me, but the image of Beatrice Umineko,
Yeah.
who I stole my name from, with all the golden butterflies. I cannot get tired of that. Like I use that drawing like all the time in streams and stuff. So,
Yeah.
I guess I should say you've drawn a lot of art of me that I really, really like, but I also like the other stuff, But
Yeah.
yeah,
I mean, that's definitely
Um,
like the way to win a person's heart is to just make really cute art of them over and over.
That's
again.
true.
absolutely.
Yeah, and
true.
that's kind of what I do is like I make art. I feel like I make art for people, and I'm definitely like I definitely came into this server being like, so what? Like people talk like they're just talking or venting, and I'm like, yeah, okay, tell me about that. Like just talk. Like let's talk. Let's have a conversation. Like I was very much that kind of person. I talk to everyone in the server. I don't
Yes.
care like what their deal is. I want to know what their deal is.
Lisa is the best therapist you can get for free on Discord.
It's so true though. Like I genuinely, Nisa, when you joined the server, like I think I kind of like I didn't get an impression of who you were like right away, but maybe like a week in or so. I posted my third video, which was the
Yeah.
authenticity and creativity, and you were like so sincere and so sweet.
Yeah.
And you were just like really gassing me up and being like, "Oh my gosh, I love this video so much! I want
Yeah,
to see more
I
of your stuff."
I remember exactly what I said because I remember like I genuinely meant this. I said, please don't ever stop making videos. Like I
Yes.
love this video.
It made me so fucking happy, and I still love you for that.
And
Like,
I'll even say
course.
I might not have checked out Krona's channel right away if not for you all praising it. Like I was still these days I'm more likely to just watch something somebody in here posted because I know you all pretty well, but like I at the time was like scared that like, oh, if I watch this person's videos and I don't like them, then I'm like, I don't know how that's gonna affect our relationship. But like
Awkward.
everyone else was like, no, these videos are great, so I was like, okay, I have to like tune in. And then I think Midwest Melodies was the first one I actually watched and was like, oh, awesome, it's a fucking travelogue, like that's all I want to see basically. So I got really excited.
I think the first one of Prona's videos I watched was making new internet friends.
Yes, I think
I
that's
made
the one
that
she
one.
mentioned you.
She
Yeah, I made
is.
it
It's the
because
one
of
that
you.
was made around me because I made a joke. I was like, talk about how cool I am.
And I said, okay. And I walked in the woods and talk about my friends. But yeah, no, like, gassing up me too much. I'm trying to gas up Nisa. Nisa's like the sweetest person.
Oh
Like,
yeah, for real.
genuinely, like, I don't know, anytime you need someone to lean on or just like
Well-
someone to make you remember that like you have value as a human being, Nisa is like the best at like validating and like reassuring, to the point that anytime I play an RPG, like if I have the ability to choose, I make a party member named Nisa and make her my healer.
Aww.
Thematically relevant.
Literally.
I'm trying to keep Nisa's greatness on the down low so people don't start trying to muscle in on all the attention that we get.
Yeah, they're gonna have to go through me. That's,
Yeah.
that's a big ask.
No, it's true, Brody. You are like the gatekeeper of the server. Like you're the one who
Yes.
you were the one who decided like if people don't like introduce themselves properly, like they don't belong here. And I think that's a great fucking thing you brought to it. It's like, yeah, you're right. Like people should have to fucking like reveal your soul to me before you're allowed to communicate here.
I'm nosy.
Nisa,
Nosy girl.
how did you become a moderator from your perspective?
Well, I guess bouncing off of like what you guys were saying about me being, like good at comforting people and validating people, I think that's why you came to me and was like, "Hey, do you want to be a mod?" Was because I just have that ability to do that, and I have the genuine curiosity of like wanting to get to know people and making people comfortable. But yeah, you asked me, and I said, no, there might be somebody like who's more capable than me. And I will say this server has given me so much more confidence, not only in my art but in myself, and like really reinforced who I know I am. Because even before coming here, I was just I was unemployed, I was so fucking broke, and I was so just lost in general in life.
Yeah.
That when I came here, I was
Yeah.
like, it feels like nothing, like it's not. It definitely was not like how it is now, where everyone talks and is so close knit. But I guess meeting like most of oh, Taper's here. Oh shit, scared me. But
Yeah, we
meeting
have a listener, a live listener.
yeah,
epic.
Live listener.
Welcome,
Hi,
Taper.
Taper, we love you.
yeah. We love
Everybody
you. Sorry,
subscribe to
I saw your
Taperclip.
avatar and I was like, what?
Taper will
Yes,
probably be
subscribe to
in
Taperclip.
episode 2 of this. So I didn't even explain this at the start, that this is like going to be a multi-part, either 2 or 3-part introduction to introduce a bunch of server members. I just wanted to start with moderators and admins because like we are the moderator, literally the core of the group. So
We
like,
are the Senate.
yeah, we are the Senate. And it
We
was
are the
just
Senate.
it was easier to organize doing the first episode with the mod chat than it was to, because we have a whole channel for the podcast on the server and like everyone's in it and it was like very chaotic. So I was like, okay, for the first
It
episode,
was.
let's just do the mods and we can organize it, without as much noise. And but yeah, there will be multiple parts to this introduction. I say an hour in.
Yeah, because like we floated the idea of doing like a server-wide Golden Butterflies podcast, and naturally everyone loves the idea of being on a podcast. So like
Yes.
50,000 people signed up for the podcast.
50,000, holy crap. Could you imagine if we had 50,000 server
Oh my
members?
God.
Oh my god.
I
have
gotta
like
get
12
paid
of
for
them,
this shit if we have them. If we have that much.
12 people in one podcast shouting over each other.
Um,
Oh my god.
yeah, definitely. Like, all of you, from my perspective, became like you kind of defined the identity of the server to me. Where like, like I said before, that Nobody is Nobody video, it wasn't nearly as active, and like
Oh
seeing
God, no.
seeing like Krona and Brody interact, seeing Nisa and Z Cypher come in and start being like really participant, like really activated it in a way where, you know, other people started talking more than they had been who were already there. And also, you know, new people kept coming in, and y'all kind of like directed them, you know, like it felt like you understood what this should be better than I did, you know, and better than the people who were already admins and mods who kind of backed away a bit, you know, like when the culture really started developing, the people I already had didn't really become more participant. And so in a way it changed, and that's what the name Golden Butterflies, you know, I changed it at a point where it's like, well, this is no longer a server about watching anime, you know, this is a server about a friendship group that exists here. And so you know, and Golden Butterflies is because Beatrice the Golden Witch in Umineko, the game that my name comes from, she turns into golden butterflies. Like, she literally just becomes a swarm of golden butterflies all the time. And so like her body is basically constructed of golden butterflies. So I saw it as like, okay, well, this is now where my focus is on this community. And like, you know, we've been through a fucking lot. I think we've gotten closer
True.
through.
Oh yeah.
We're kind of all trauma bonded at this point.
Oh my God! And maybe if this
Well
goes on, we'll do a tea episode.
That would be
from the
wild.
viewers.
I don't want to put anybody on
All the
blast.
viewers.
Yeah, I don't want to name anyone that we've ever.
No,
had,
that's why
like,
you talk selfie.
Yeah, unless they want it, unless they come out asking for it,
Yeah.
then it might happen.
I'm
But
kidding.
I
We don't have
definitely
to.
wouldn't want to make something like that public because
No.
yeah, I think attention is exactly what some of them want.
oh, for sure,
Right.
for
Yeah,
sure.
no, I was
Some-
joking,
yeah.
but I wouldn't. I don't. Not that interested.
It would be funny, but
yeah.
no, we're not gonna do it.
It would
If
be
you
funny.
if you want to know the tea, join the server, ask somebody, you'll probably figure it out. We're not gonna do it on a
Wanna know the
podcast.
tea? Join the server. Go to the pinned.
Oh yeah.
Do the first like 3 of them, and just go to the
Stop.
voicemail.
No, it's
Our
in
pinned
the
is
past,
full of
it's in the
tits also, so you'll see.
Oh, that I forgot about that.
I said ignore the first 3.
past. Jesus Christ!
Oh boy.
Oh, you're all fired.
Not banned.
But yeah, trying
the
to
mod
get
stuff
back to
anymore.
what Nisa said, I think it's interesting. I think it's like very serendipitous that we were all kind of in similar life situations. Maybe not Brody, but I was also unemployed when I joined this server, and then I immediately started a new job, and it was just like I was at my absolute low when I joined the server. I was like, I don't have any friends, I don't have a job, the Artist Alley thing isn't going well. And then I joined the server, and then my life kind of turned around, and it wasn't necessarily because of the server, but I think it did help.
Yeah.
I was overemployed.
True. True.
Over-
My job.
True.
No.
Yeah.
Unironically.
Yeah.
I actually was doing a lot of things, but we don't need to.
You're still doing a lot of things. Somebody pointed out the
still
other,
do a
like
lot of
today, they were like, "How do you like do all? You're an actual mom. You are the server mom. You're an actual mom and the server mom, and you're a mom to like 12 pets or something, and you have a full time
Yeah,
day job.
probably.
So like, how do you do it? Do you drink a lot of coffee, or like what's going on?
Just I'm built different. I'm built different.
Just
Damn.
different. It's that
That's
it's that northerner spirit, I guess.
I was born in
New
New Hampshire.
Englander.
I'm forged into New England, which is rough.
think
people-
Brody
which
and
is
I
rough up here.
we share our love of dunks. Even though I've left New England, I'm still hopelessly addicted to dunks.
Damn.
Oh, I
Wait,
hate
Dunkin'
Dunkin'
Donuts
so
episode.
fucking much. If we do it, if I'm in
I'm
that,
gonna bring the bucket.
it's gonna
I'm
be like a
bring the
me.
bucket.
It's gonna be me versus y'all if we do a Dunkin' episode.
It's gonna be
I
like
hate
Jubilee. It's gonna be
Dunkin'.
Jubilee. There's 25 Dunkin' lovers.
Oh, Trixie, don't let
That's
me in with
hilarious.
them. I fucking hate Dunkin'.
I didn't mean all of you. I just.
I'm
It
saying.
sounded like it. You're
I
like,
like
Just
truly-
the majority.
it's gonna be me,
Anyway,
all you
I-
troglodytes.
I'm
I
bringing the bucket
hate
if we
Dunkin'
do that.
so much.
Oh yeah,
I'm gonna drink it on stream.
I
The
wish
whole
we had
thing,
the bucket
600
over here.
milligrams.
Me
I
too. I
still
wish we
haven't
had the
found it.
bucket.
I
You
still
haven't
haven't
found
found
it?
it. No, I
Oh
haven't.
my
I keep telling Andrew. He's like, "Why
Just
are you
drive
so
to
obsessed with?"
Massachusetts. Just do it.
I need to find it. He's like, "Why are you so obsessed with this bucket?" I'm like, "Andrew, how are you not? This is
It's
like
the
a
Holy Grail.
it's a culturally defining moment. Like, how are you not understanding that?
Just look at it. It's a
Just look
bucket
at it.
full
It's a
of
bucket of fucking
coffee.
coffee."
I probably drink a bucket of coffee every day, but it comes to the form of like a pot and a half.
Anyway,
all right.
I had a point about me being employed though, sorry.
Yeah.
I work with like all older men. Now I have a lady boss and she's awesome. But all the men I worked with were like 35 plus. So I had like literally nothing in common with them.
They all
So
seemed
I
like
was
chuds from what you kept describing. Like you had the worst
They're all
chud-filled
just-
fucking workplace.
They're all just like dads or go to church or like
You.
yeah, like the worst. No, for real. Like picture a dad, that's like what it is. And then like guys who go to church.
Yeah.
And it's I don't we
I
could
just
do
always imagined
episode.
like the generic like construction worker stereotype of like guy in boots and hard hat who's going like dude, women are dumb, you know, like that's the
There
guy
is
I was
that,
picturing.
in my office, in my office, it's all like 35 plus year old men. Not now, it used to be. And could go to a whole thing about how difficult it is being a young woman working in an office full of men, but we'll save that for another day.
That was a nice little break for me. I don't know if anybody else got up and used the bathroom or anything, but
I did. I went pee
Hell
pee. Are you
yeah.
proud of me?
always.
I did not.
Okay.
So,
I'm recording again. We can Z-Cypher, what were you about to say?
oh, just that we're getting more back on topic about what the stream is sort of explaining what a golden butterfly is.
Yes. What do you think a golden butterfly is?
I think the main change was like, at first we talked about how it was sort of like a fan server, and I think what kind of changed, especially when Chrono started making videos, is that, and personally for me as like a person, I'm like always trying to like do something. Like I like to have goals, and so the sort of change I saw was that it became more of a place where creatives hung out and made projects rather than just be fans of things.
Definitely. Yeah. And I really like something that annoys me is like for a long time whenever I would make this kind of community, like there was like a feeling that people only wanted to talk to me. You know,
There are
like
people like me that showed up.
there like people would come in.
He's still around.
He came back to bring me in more coffee. But yeah, like people would come in and it felt like they were ignoring everyone else in the community and just talking to me, and like that is specifically why I stopped using forums, cuz I came up through the internet on forums, and it would tend to be that like a forum thread has a topic, and like I would read through the thread and every single person is giving their take on the topic without like clearly not reading anyone else's, like repeating shit other people said, like not really responding to anyone, and it drove me nuts. And so like the reason I started an anime blog is that people had to read the post and then respond to that post, you know, and then we could have a conversation in the comments. And it's weird to think that like one person like making a single point would get more conversation going than like a forum where anybody could speak, but it's true. And like on Discord, it should be like an open free for all if everybody's talking to each other, but it just felt like people would come in, ask me for my thoughts, and then ignore that someone else just did that, you know? And like that's why I keep saying that like when Krona joined and started talking to Brody, like that specifically, that interaction was like magical to me because it was kind of the first time that I saw two people who just were having a totally unrelated conversation. It had nothing to do with me, nothing to do with anything I'd ever said, nothing to do with my videos, and also nothing to do with anime. Like it wasn't about a show.
We both hate anime.
It was just like Krona posted selfies and you were like, wow, you're adorable. And then you posted selfies and I was like, oh my God, you're people. Like literally no one in the server had ever shown their face before. Never. Not one person had posted a selfie before Krona did. And it was like, oh my God, you're human.
I remember when I first joined, the first thing I saw was like Krona like showing, like she was wearing a really terrible black wig. I don't know where you got this fucking wig from. And then like fake boobs like in a drawer, and I was like, I love it. I already love it here. Like she
Literally the first person to post face in the Discord history after like 2 years.
My fucking
But it
anime
wasn't just-
protagonist wig. It's so funny.
It wasn't just like face though, it was like personality with face.
Yes.
Because like I think that's also too the thing Golden Butterfly has to be like. I think we're all very distinct personalities in a way. Like we all
Definitely.
are like we're connected through like our shared empathy and being creative, but I think all of us have like a thing we're doing, and it might like our interests might touch each other, but like not like cross over really. Not like that.
No, I definitely think everyone in the server is like fans of one another, you know, and not just like I said, it started off as just fans of me, but it became like, and early on, like I made these Golden Butterflies like 101 and 102 videos where I was really trying to encourage people like check each other out, you know, like you all are doing interesting stuff and some of you aren't paying attention to the interesting stuff that one another is doing, you know, like there were people in here, you know, making visual novels, making original art, you know, like people listening right now, because we're recording this in the server, so there's people who are listening who can't speak. Literally all amazing artists, like Kino, amazing artist, Charlie, amazing artist, Taperclip, amazing artist, Petra, amazing streamer who commissions lots of art of herself, and like I know that all of you literally do great work, and like it's exciting, it's really exciting to be in a server surrounded by people who are all like geeking out over one another's stuff, you know.
I mean, when I joined, I got the impression right away that this place was full of creative people, and like it just wasn't like you said, it wasn't really a team effort. It was just a bunch of creative people existing near each other, but mostly wanting to talk to you, which is super weird. And like as I started to interact more, you know, like I was working a day job at the time, so I was in the mindset of like, while I'm farting out like low effort unedited vlogs, I should be like giving my day job money to independent artists who make stuff I like, because I like supporting them. And that was I think how me and Z Cypher got to be closer friends, was because I commissioned him like immediately.
I saw in a stream you were like, hey, who's an artist in the Discord who has commissions open? And I saw like literally no one else was like jumping up for this opportunity, and I was like, why the hell not? And I just like was like, hey, here's where you can commission me.
Yeah, and then you drew me as like an anime cat girl, and it was like exactly the vibes I had hoped for. Like it was exactly the kind of like, this is how I want to be portrayed. This is perfect. This makes me as happy as possible, and that was why I wanted to do it again and again. And like, I think at the time there was a kind of feeling like me and Trixie had of like, we should try to coordinate like a group effort to make the Golden Butterflies like a brand where we're all connected and we like kind of promote each other. And it felt like it kind of fizzled out after a while, partially due to like, not getting into details, but like there was some drama in the server, and some people went our separate ways.
Well, and it's a part of it was that I was really trying to industrialize too much. Like I was really pushing this idea of like, well, we all need to be like promoting each other constantly and like trying to, because I was desperate, like I was broke and desperate, and I was like, we really need to make this like a sweatshop to a degree, you know. And there was someone else who was kind of like the most into that idea, and that's the person who the tea is about, you know, the biggest tea, I should say. The biggest tea spill happened because of one person who was treating the industrialization of it very seriously, but not putting enough work into the social aspect of like, yeah, but we're all still friends, and that's important too, you know, and like paying attention to what one another is saying, and you know, being a part of the community.
Sorry, I was just gonna say what really sucked about it was like, after all the drama happened and like some people we went our separate ways, you know, it just left this kind of air of like depression hanging over the server for a few months, and like certain life events coincided with, and like just a bunch of us got depressed at like the same time, and so it
True.
felt like, to me, it felt like the idea of the Golden Butterflies brand was kind of dead, which
Mhm.
was even more like despair-inducing. But like more recently, the server has gotten active again, and a lot of like the people here who have been here the whole time have gotten like more active again, and I feel like I've been making more social connections. Like, I don't know, I've just been in the voice chat more and hanging out with more people, and it's
I
been like a good fucking time. And it just kind of happened one day that everyone was talking and yapping about, man, remember when Trixie was on a podcast? What if we did a podcast?
I really
And everybody
gotta
was really fucking excited.
I gotta really
We're
thank
so back.
like I think Brody, Nisa, and Z Cypher held things down when you and I, Krona, were kind of away. Like you got depressed and kind of went away. I literally like at a point like in January was like a lot of shit went on with me in my life that I'm not gonna get into on this podcast, maybe on another one. But I straight up said like, hey, I need to take a step back. Like I'm not gonna be on here
Yeah.
for a bit, and it was really only like
Brody
2
and Z
weeks.
Cypher
But
have done that too.
that's true.
A few times. A few times.
Yeah, all of us have taken steps away, but when I took a step away, I really saw y'all step up, and especially Brody. Like you, like
Yes.
when I went away, Brody really came in and was like, I don't want this to die. Like I want this to stay important. Like I've decided that I need this, and somebody needs to make sure it keeps happening. And that was when I made you an admin. Was around this time.
It's true.
The
The
and
seasonal
you
depression started wearing off.
you were doing lots of original like graphics, like each season and each holiday, like creating graphics and like trying to keep the culture alive, and it worked. Like we got
Yeah.
there are people like someone like Petra who is more recently like very active in the server, and like
Yes.
that kind of revitalized it and brought this energy back to what it used to be. And then that became very inviting for those of us who weren't super participatory for a little while to be like, actually this thing is still happening, like this is still cool. And the better I've felt about my life, the more I've been embracing of like I have really bad trust issues, so like it takes a certain level of loyalty from people for me to actually believe in them. And you are the people specifically in this call, and a couple other people like Sarah Louise in the server who I've known for like 15 years, one of my best friends, and she'll be on the next episode. But there's not a lot of people that I really truly trust, and all of you actually have earned that. Like you are the people I like on the internet. You're the people I trust the most by far. So like,
Haha, now I can do all my evil doings. Plan has come to fruition.
Just getting that feeling of like we are so back, because like just like
Yeah.
people who were here the whole time. I've been hanging out with them more in the voice chat. People like Kino and Petra and Tabor, and it's like these are people who I feel like an urge of like, you're all so cool. I want to be closer friends to you.
Real
And the
true
podcast
soldiers.
idea is exciting because it's like it's finally happening. We finally have an excuse, not just to like make content together, but to hang out more in that fucking
Yeah.
world.
I wanted to go back. So when I first joined,
Yes.
my thing says August, but I've been here since like last February. It was very dead except for when Trixie came in and was talking. And I remember that I was like, this is kind of weird because like I'm like posting like showing people like stuff I'm cooking, and I'm like trying to talk to people, and they just like could not give two shits less. And then Krona joined and she started talking, and I was like, hey, this is a person who is not trying to just talk to Trixie because that's just not how I am. I just don't like do that with people. And that's kind of how it snowballed from there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I will say, like, everybody who does talk, like, I would say, even with Z Cypher, like, how I feel like we connected was that we were just like, you were just venting in the vent channel, and I just thought we were just talking about, like, your old job and, like, what you were kind of going through. And I think what I also appreciate about the Golden Butterflies is that we can really be, like, for the most part, really honest with each other about our feelings and like what's happening in our actual lives, and that feels like it makes it feel more real, even though it's on the internet.
Yeah.
Definitely.
It's true. It's
I
real
mean,
people.
you're all voices in my head at this point. I even if you weren't there, I'd be having conversations with you in my brain. And also each of you like literally fulfills like a function for me. Like I didn't have anybody to talk about hip hop with until Nisa and Tanya joined. You know, I didn't have anybody to talk about like I don't really talk about like being a mom because I'm not one, but having an actual mom around in Brody is like a very big relief. You know, like yeah, like I need someone who is a mom and my age to be in my life. You know, I need Z Cypher. Sorry, yeah.
My daughter is 15, by the way, for
Yeah.
reference.
Yeah, and so you're like an experienced mom. You know, you're not like a
Yeah.
new mom or anything like that.
She's not like a baby.
No. You've been doing it
She's a
for a
weed
while,
now.
and you're clearly good at it.
Draws.
Everything you've said about your relationship to your child is inspiring and enthusiastic. You know, like you don't dislike being a mom. You seem to be quite into it. You know.
It's got its moments.
The time when you described taking your kid to see the Five Nights at Freddy's movie and how you did like a bunch of research right
I
beforehand.
did like 50 hours of FNAF deep dive before.
That is like
Just
the
so
coolest
that-
shit I ever heard.
Just so that I could be in the theater, like to be like, hey, that's Cassidy.
You really, you really wanted to be pogging along with everyone else at the Matt Pat cameo.
I did, yeah.
And
That's just a theory.
with Z Cypher, like your importance to me, and obviously all of you are also just good people, but like your importance to me was like being an like I don't know how to phrase it, an actual artist, like somebody who takes your art seriously and is really like at the time that the server started, we had a lot of aspiring artists, like people who have never done commissions, who have never run a booth, you know, who like, and you know. Like it was never important to me that you're like famous or have a huge follower count. It's like you just take it seriously and you're actually trying, you know? And like I view you as in that way an authority in the field. Like you're somebody who I can come to and be like, what is the professional angle on this, you know? And like regardless of being a professional in the sense of, oh, this is my job and this is all I do, like you're a professional in the sense of I'm taking it seriously, I'm trying to make it work, I'm studying it, I care, you know? Z, are you there?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just really quiet. Sorry.
Listening.
I remember the way you described is like I came in and I had big I get paid energy or something like that.
Yeah.
I thought that was really funny.
Yes.
I get paid to
Yeah.
do art energy. Yeah.
Yeah. I would always try to express to people, I'm like, I'm not that much further along than you. Like, I only decided to start selling at conventions like a few months ago.
Mhm.
It's like anyone can do this. Anyone can like put themselves out there.
Yeah.
I mean, most people have so much imposter syndrome, especially before they have sold anything. You know, like it really is like the sale that is in a lot of people's brains of like, if I haven't sold my art, I'm not a real artist. And like, I don't think that's true. I think like, you know, if you make art, you're an artist. But like the fact that you were able to come in and be like, yeah, I've sold my art and I know what it entails. And like, I know why some stuff doesn't sell and some stuff does. And like, you know, it's not that I'm, you know, again, it's not my full-time career, but I am taking it seriously and studying it, you know? And I was like, man, everybody in here needs that. Everybody in here needs someone like you to be there to represent that and like tell them what is the actuality of it instead of making it up in their brains. You know, like people are like, oh, well, I'm not a real artist because blah, blah, blah. And like, you know, it's like, yeah, but have you actually tried, you know? Because even if you tried, it's really hard and it does take a lot of knowledge. And if you're like counting yourself out from even starting, you're never going to learn any of that stuff, you know?
What
up,
she
Brandon?
just described is something I suffer from.
Imposter syndrome.
Everything. Just
The
literally
anxiety
what-
of
For a
getting
jump
started.
scare.
It's hard.
It is.
I haven't ever been able to broach that topic.
Yeah.
I made one album, which you can check out.
Yeah. Art Rivals Intelligence. Look it up.
But I've never been able to do it again. I was literally negatively pressured into that album.
True. And just to because I haven't gotten to Krona yet, you've been inspiring in just like, I mean, I think Brody said it. Somebody else already said it, but like the fact that you came in and just like started a YouTube career, like you were like, hey, everyone here is creative and I want to connect with them through my art. So like I better have art, you know, and like you started making it and it worked. Everybody was like, wow, I like your videos, you know, and like I don't think Brody would be doing YouTube videos now if you didn't do it first, you
That's
know.
true.
Like, so
I mean, like
I'm still nervous. I'm still nervous about it.
and you always will be. And that's the fun
I'm
part.
nervous
The
now.
nervousness
I'm still
never
nervous
goes
now.
away. It never goes away.
no, I mean, like I was already like pretty amped up to make videos before I joined, just because like I think it was you got that email from Rhyme Shitty Kick Clips,
Yes.
and made like a video in response to that, and I loved the shit out of that video, and that was how I discovered Shitty Kick Clips.
Practical creativity. Shout out Shitty Kickflips
Yes.
because not only is she amazing, but she inspired one of my best pieces of content.
Yeah, it's my favorite, and yeah, I ended up loving her videos too. So it was definitely a swirl of Trixie and Rhyme content, inspiring me with the stuff I was doing, and like I was like, okay, B, you know that fucking or Trixie, you know that short film that I have not finished yet that
Yes.
you came to my house to help me
Yes.
film. I was formulating the script for that in the shower while listening to Practical Creativity
Nice.
for like weeks before I joined this server.
One day we will finish that short film, or you will without
I'm
me,
supposed
but
to
either
voice-
way.
I have a voice acting line in that, don't I?
Yeah, I still have to get you to record your lines, but
I've
Yeah.
got him on.
We filmed some of it
yes,
when I was
Brody will
at
be voicing Gatomon. It's so
Kronos'
cool.
house, but it is legitimately a masterpiece in my opinion, or should be
I
when
sure
it's
hope-
done.
I hope it will be. I haven't completed it, but
I
yeah.
think Meme Dysphoria is a masterpiece also. Like the
That's true.
escalation
Yes.
the escalation from like I'm just making some like, you know, vlogs that are whatever to like making one of the best videos on the platform is like insane. Like literally within like
Oh.
4
It is so
months
good.
you went from like
uh,
I'm just doing whatever to like one of my favorite videos I've ever seen on YouTube. So anyone who hasn't seen Meme Dysphoria,
I think
do
about it all the
watch
time.
all of Kronos content,
Aw.
but especially that
Yeah.
is fucking goated.
Yeah.
You're not gonna make me cry.
You've got a lot of like real talent. Like you are an amazing voice
Yeah.
actor. You're an amazing
That's true.
cinematographer. Like in terms of shot framing and composition, you like legit one of the best on the platform,
That's it,
in my
that's it.
opinion.
You praised me too much. That was it. You just crossed the threshold. You praised me too much. I'm mad with power. Mad with power. And I'm
I shouldn't have
fire
even
all
said
of you.
voice, just actor in general.
Man.
No, because when Crota came over to my place, because we filmed bits for the video about her being influenced by me, and like we had to do some acting for it, and like I was so much worse. Like she's just so natural, like nailing the lines, and I was like awkwardly like like because my acting always goes straight to like Yu-Gi-Oh dub. Like my idea of acting is Yu-Gi-Oh dub acting, and Crota's like legit
What's wrong
like
with
putting
that?
her whole soul. Nothing, absolutely. Nothing.
I just wanted to make sure.
But Crota's
Yu-Gi-Oh!
legitimately an actress. I don't know if you're allowed to say actress anymore. I feel like it's not woke or whatever. But you know,
It's even.
person.
I'm gonna die. I'm gonna kill it. No. No, I remember that day. That was really funny, actually. I was just trying to fill. I wrote maybe like 2 lines of dialogue for you, and we did like 5 takes. So I was just like, "Do you, if I post this video, are people going to come after me?" And you're like, "It will." Don't ask Just let me stop right there. I think there was one where like I just cut you off. I was like, "Let me stop you right there." Okay,
Yeah, like do that again, please.
Yeah.
Which I
was
knew
like-
as soon as I did it, I was gonna have to retake it. But it was the kind of feeling of like I'm just literally way less talented in that way than you. Like I don't.
I
I'm
mean-
not good at getting lost in a role. Like I'm not good at immersion, and you are like. And this applies to all aspects of our lives. Like I'm not a person who gets immersed. It is something I really struggle with, and you have the opposite. Like you get super immersed in whatever you're doing, and I think that is like a talent in itself, you know, like even just like playing video games or whatever, like the way you play video games is more imaginative. Like you think beyond what is on the screen, and I don't do that. I legitimately take everything super literally. So like
Interesting.
I really admire that aspect of how you live, is that like you have a big imagination that you apply to whatever you're doing all the time.
Well, you know, the funny thing about that, about my imagination and my ability to get lost in a role that isn't my real self, is mostly born from dissociation and having a horrifically boring and personality-less
That's-
life growing up.
That's every actor though. That's every actor
Step
is
outside myself.
That's true.
like to act is literally to take on a form other than who you are, and like it's in spite of me also being dissociative, I can only dissociate into like very specific things, you know, like I have like 3 forms and they are very exact. You can like take on like a Ditto or something, you know.
Well, you know, it's the unfortunate reality that meme dysphoria was born. Oops, sorry, I dropped a thing on my desk. That's gonna sound awful. I developed meme dysphoria out of a strong sense of discomfort, and like all this drama happened, and I lost some friends, and I feel horrible, and I had to make a video to express it. And making just like a standard video essay wasn't gonna work, so I had to make something weird and artsy, and then everybody loved it. And then I got really depressed and entered like a 6-month hiatus, which a gigapause, if you will. But now I don't know. I feel like that the moment I released like a video about Dragon Ball back in like what was it, February? I feel like that was the moment when like okay, my life has started again. Like we were on pause, and now I feel like things are starting to move again. And people are starting to talk to each other again.
I felt that way when you came to my house.
God, I am the most powerful there ever was.
Okay. Before Krona, before you go mad with power, start praising Z Cypher now. I'm gonna go to the bathroom, but I want you to just unbroken praise Z Cypher and everything you love about him.
Z Cypher is the reason I'm so great. Everything that's great about me all happened in Z Cypher's shadow. He's the greatest fucking artist in the world. He made me who I am. Yeah. I don't know.
Okay.
I've had one beer. Just one.
Like artist to artist, I will say that it is normal to go through these periods where you aren't making anything, and it feels like you'll never make anything again. But the stuff you make after you come out of that will always inevitably, like, you will get better. Like right now, you might feel like this is the best thing I've ever made, and you can still like it. Like I still have pieces that I made in like 2020 that I like, but I'm glad I was able to move past those periods, and now I can make stuff that's like way better that I couldn't even imagine back then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm only on like approaching the end of year 1 in my art career, and I feel like I have a lot of room to grow moving forward. And I feel like in the last year you've grown a lot, especially like you felt the need to redraw that first commission you did for me because your art had developed so much, and like the new one looks amazing. And like I already loved the old one, but the new one is like it's like night and day. It's like, yeah, it's like a different artist drew this. Which also the first one was just a colored sketch, and this one was like a full
I was a bit embarrassed because what you paid for was like, oh, this is my tier where I will draw for like an hour, and then like once my timer goes off, like I'm done and I'm like sending it. And so when you're like, I love this, and you kept using it, I was like, oh no, this isn't like finished. I was like, we need to rectify this eventually. I think we kind of did when I made you like that sticker that you like to use on the videos a lot. And that one, I was like, okay, that one looks a lot better. That's way more clickable.
It's adorable. I love it.
It is adorable.
Yeah, it's so cute.
It's kind of fun. It's funny talking about. Oh, sorry, go.
No, you.
Oh, I was just gonna say it's funny talking about the creativity thing because I was writing anime blogs on Anime Amino before I even joined this, and then Anime Amino went to shit, and it's all gone now, and all my masterpieces are gone. It's gone, yeah.
Damn.
Doesn't exist anymore.
I really loved those old blogs that you posted.
Yeah.
They're all really funny.
I love the way you approach them.
You don't always get to see.
It really took me back because you and I are kind of from like the same era of the internet. Like we've both
early 2000s.
Yeah, we've both been on for a long time, and like reading your Anime Amino post really like sucked me back into like, oh yeah, this is what anime blogging was like. And like there's certain formats and like fun stuff that hasn't really translated to YouTube, and I think maybe we need to bring it. I think maybe we have to start making that happen.
We need to bring anime blogging back. Oh my god, the best part about Amino was that the blogging system. Too bad everything else sucked so bad.
Yeah.
They really had something special there. It was like lightning in the bottle, but they put the money in the wrong spot with like the voice calling and all that. If they just focused on the blogging aspect, it would have been so much better.
I got a lot of dopamine from posting my Danganronpa fan art in 2019 on Amino.
Yeah.
And then I started getting like, oh my god, I don't remember how I figured this out, but like someone commented something on one of my posts, and either their profile or something they said implied that they were 16, and I was just like,
There are a lot of kids.
oh, yeah, there's a lot of kids on here. I'm not gonna post here anymore, and I went back to Twitter.
Yeah, they were very like you need to like for blogs you couldn't say like certain things like you couldn't be like sexual or
Yeah, very
or say or
censored.
be too like too violent because I would write like rant and they'd be like no this can't get on the featured page and I was like well this is fascism so
And it was.
and it was but so I stopped so when Ramino died like all my friends left I stopped writing blogs I didn't have anywhere to put them so and I also had written some fan fiction and this place is what started me back on writing the fan fiction like 6 months ago or so and I was like oh I actually really like writing fan like I only do reader insert I'll start that there I will not do character only reader insert
I have read your fanfic where I think it was you and, or, you know, reader insert and Malik is his name, right?
Merrick.
From Merrick.
Yeah, Yami Merrick from
Yami
Yu-Gi-Oh!
Merrick. And I read it, and it felt so much like the reader insert fanfics I used to read in, like, 2004 that I was like, did I read your fanfics back then and, like, not know who you are? Like, it's very possible.
I have an old-timey style of writing that these new kids don't. They just don't get it.
One thing I love about this community is like we have to specify like this community is for adults only, but like it's a place where adults are allowed to be weird and cringy that like I don't think there are many places on the internet where those two things can happen. Like we're not pretentious the way a lot of other creative communities I've been in are.
Yeah. Like we're a little pretentious, but not in the sense of like, I don't know. Like we won't
Not
bully
snobby.
you just for we're not like snobby. Like we won't bully you just for like liking a thing.
Pretty much the only reason we bully people is being a chud. Like if you come in here with like misogynistic energy, you're gonna be gone quick, you know.
Yeah. Which is like the
Or
thing you
come in
should
with
bully
4chan.
people for.
Yeah,
Like, if someone comes in
4chan
here and like
energy.
like if they just have shitty values and shitty morals and it's like, yeah, you should be bullied. Fuck off.
Yep.
Bring that negative energy in here.
Or just
No.
being like way too cagey and like trying too hard to be funny. That'll also like, you know.
Yeah.
We're
Like,
built
being
on
irony
trust
points into the
relationships.
point.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If
being
we
irony
can't figure
points
out
into the
who
point
you
of
are
the
at all,
conversation.
yeah, you'll be gone. I want to
And if
hear
you care too much about yourself.
Brody. I want you to praise Nisa now.
Oh my god, where do I start? Do we have enough time?
Before the universe, before the heat death of the universe, maybe not. But
Where to even begin? Nisa's like my. This is gonna sound really gay. Like my
Oh.
soul sister.
Oh.
Aw,
I know.
I'm
I love
crying.
Nisa. I literally love Nisa so much. There is not another person in this world besides like maybe Andrew and my dogs that I trust, and my cat Jet, that I trust more than Nisa. And not only because she's a great artist, obviously. That's like aside. Like we set that standard.
yeah, that's far from the most important thing about her, for sure.
Yeah, she's just like by far the best person in the world, and I wish I could be as sensitive as she is a lot of the times. You just have like
Patient.
a raw, like a raw sensitivity that you don't really see in a lot of people, where you can be like vulnerable to, and you can this isn't making any sense, but it makes sense to me. You like can be emotionally vulnerable with people, and like you can like meet them at their level where they're at. Because there's been times where I'm like in the shitter, and you like meet me at that level, and it feels good.
I love shitting. No, I'm kidding.
No, we're saving that for the next podcast.
Right.
Oh god.
Thank you. That was so sweet.
I think Nisa and I talked for like 5 hours this morning about psychology.
Yeah.
Like you're the person I think I have the deepest conversations with that I've ever had in my life. Like there's not a lot of people who really even try to understand where I'm coming from. And I don't even think you often, well, I won't say often, I don't think you always start off like really knowing where I'm coming from, but you will literally work to figure it out. You'll be like,
Yeah.
I know you must be onto something, and even if I don't get it or I find it like a little bit frustrating, I'm going to figure out what the fuck you mean, you know, and like you will interrogate until you get it. And like I really appreciate that as somebody who like, if somebody doesn't feel like they're trying to meet me halfway, it's really hard for me to work with them. You know, like I have to feel like this person's putting in as much effort as I am, and you're the person who I've talked to who I feel like has the most willpower towards the ends of understanding. And I don't think you'll do it with like just anybody, you know, like obviously I'm special.
No.
But
Yeah, you are special, but I was gonna say like no, I won't do that with like somebody who will come here and be like a bigot or like mean for no fucking reason. Like no, then you get the other Nisa, which you don't want to meet.
That's true. I like that Nisa too.
We're all killers here. Like I'll emphasize again.
That's part of what I love so much about this place is all of our like fierce protectiveness of each other. Like if one person gets their feelings hurt, I can count on one of y'all to swoop in and be like, "Hey, fuck you! Say you're sorry, you little shit."
Yeah.
Yeah, pretty much.
All the time.
Well, and you've all inspired me to be more like that, because I used to be more like if somebody pisses me off, I just kind of dissociate and walk away, you know? And like you've all made me much more interrogative, but especially Nisa and Brody. Like the two of you, like people will come in and you're literally like, "No, but what are you saying?" Like, "No, but like literally what is your deal?" And like Nisa especially, you're patient about it. You're not like being mean or anything. You're like, I just want to understand, and if they can't give you that understanding, you know, like if I see somebody who's testing your patience, similarly with Z-Cypher, like y'all are very fucking patient. So if somebody's testing your patience, I'm like, this person has to go, you know, like
Yeah.
I have no patience.
no, Brody will be the first one to be like, is this person suspicious? Like, do I need to do something? And then that's when me and Nisa come in and kind of interrogate a little more, you know.
Yeah.
I feel like I have,
Z-Cypher
like,
has it too, though. Like he will like pick up on, you'll pick up on something, and like that I'm not even like trying to think about, and I'm like, I just want to talk to this person, and you're like, no, this person's weird.
Yeah.
And then like a week later, yes, somebody said this already, but like a week later they'll do something, and it's like, oh yeah, that like he said that.
Yep.
I remember I used to DM you and Krona, Nisa. I'd be like, "This person's weird," and you'd be like, "I didn't notice," and I'd be like,
Yeah.
"No, this is weird."
Well, Nisa will try to see that person's side. Like she'll be like, well, maybe they meant this, you know, maybe they're not trying to be weird, you know, and then oftentimes they reveal themselves to be weird, but
Right.
you know, but like we do try to work with people, you know, like we try to make it. Like, we try to be understanding. If we can't understand you, if you get through all 5 of us and none of us can understand you, then you're probably just, like, incomprehensible, you know?
I mean,
like...
to interject, it makes it sound like we're, like, bitches, but that's not, like, no.
I'm definitely bitches.
I mean, I call the bitch, like, all the time.
Oh my god.
Like, but no, it makes it seem like we're not, like, I can't think of the word.
More people make it in than not.
Tired.
More.
Yeah,
We
I
haven't
was gonna
banned
say,
that
not
many
like-
people, you know, like...
We're not terrible.
I would
But
go
you
so
have
far.
You have to try a little bit.
Yeah.
I would go so far as to say, like, it's not like we're like conspiring in secret to be like, yeah, there's a person giving me like kind of bad vibes. We should try to like find an excuse to get rid of them. It's more like, I don't know. It really does feel like predicting the future. It's like oftentimes I feel like I have infinite patience for people who are just socially awkward. Because like growing up when I was the kid, like I was kind of like, I was like the autistic kid who was slightly less autistic than everyone else. So like I had all the nerds like in my camp, like they wanted to be friends with me because I understood them, and I was easy to talk to, and you know like a lot of them had trouble communicating with each other. So I was just kind of like the king of autism at my school, which led to some unfortunate interactions, just like the bully kids just being like, "You guys are dumb. You know, like anime's not real, right?" And I was like, "Yeah, duh, it's not real."
Is
And
it
then
really?
my friend would go up to me and be like, "Rasengan!" And I'd be like, "Dude,
Oh,
you're gonna get us
God.
fucking killed." Shut the
You're
fuck
telling me JoJo isn't real? You've shattered my world. I'm just letting you know. I'm heartbroken over here.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. It's just that kind of vibe. Like, I have infinite patience with socially awkward people. My friends don't. So sometimes I get a DM from like a Brody or a Z Cypher being like, "You notice this person is just like kind of a cunt," and I'm like, "What? No. How are they a cunt?" And then like one of these days, this is the funniest, is when not when they end up doing something cunty after the fact, but when I look back through old messages and realize they were cunty to me and I forgot. It happens more often than not.
So-
I just do not remember people I don't care for. I completely
I
forget.
just
I
I like
just
to
need
know
explain
people's
this.
intentions. Oh, go ahead.
The reason this happens with me a lot is that I have an insanely good memory. I have the memory of an
True.
elephant. Like, I just do not forget things. And I will just randomly, like, we'll be talking about something, and I'll just pull it up and be like, hey, look, if I search exactly the phrases that they said, I can pull up their messages where they did this and figure out what day it was on.
Mhm.
And I'm like, that's not normal, I don't think.
No, you
I just
literally
have the
remember
brain
every
of an
single
archivist.
thing that's ever been
True.
posted in the server. And I know that because you'll be like, wait, I said this 6 months ago. And then like link to you
Yeah.
saying it 6 months ago.
Yeah,
like
I
a,
know,
in like a
it's crazy.
second, you'll link
Yeah.
it, and it's like, how? How do you even?
I don't remember shit I said
know.
6 minutes ago. How do you?
Right?
The
Seriously.
goat! That's why he's the goat! His persona's a
Literally.
goat for this.
I was gonna say, yeah, that is literally a goat, right?
I'm very smart. I'm very smart and clever.
Wait, is your persona just a goat, or like, because the ears are like floppy like a bunny? Is it like a combination thing, or?
No, it's just it's style creep because when I started
Okay.
drawing this character, they did have more goat-like ears that were like thin and floppy, like a
Mm.
long-eared goat. But what's really interesting is that this like persona was not a fursona at first. At first, it was just like I was doing Artist Alley and I didn't have like a good representation of my brand.
Mm.
And for fun, I made a like devil emoji, sort of inspired.
Okay,
tiefling
so that's
character.
where the purple comes from. Is that it's the
Yeah, that's
devil
where the
emoji.
purple came
That's
from.
awesome.
And then I tried to draw this character as like a PNG tuber, and I just like wasn't having. I was like, I don't want to draw my stupid nose or my stupid face. So I was like, okay, let me make an animal. What animal has like horns and like ears? Oh, like a goat could work. But yeah, at some point it morphed into this goat, and it's like it's not really accurate goat, but it's I don't really aim for the accuracy. It's more like this goat is like generically kind of furry, and that's sort of what I went for. And now people just compare it to like God, Deltarune.
Okay, I can see that, but I think your art is
Yeah.
so unique from that it doesn't specifically
Yeah.
remind me of anything. Like it just reminds me
Yeah.
of you.
Deltarune, but
Yeah.
Yeah, Azrael, that's the character's name, right?
yeah.
Yeah,
There's also Rousey,
it's basically or Rousey, yeah, the character that has like horns and more like bunny-like ears. So like people accept it as a goat, even though I did not end up with the most goat-like character.
Yeah, I met goats in real life. They're a lot more needy than you. It's fascinating.
I
They
love
got
goats. They're so
got their
cute.
little beards and they come up to me and try to eat my pants. It's fascinating.
They're just hungry.
They don't
just-
draw as good as you either.
Randomly occurred to me, but like Z Cypher, another thing that I really appreciate about you is that you're like one of the most open to suggestions people in the art world, because I feel like a lot of artists will like hear someone suggest an idea and really blow it off because they're like, I just want to do my own thing. But like like early into watching you draw, you were like, I don't remember why the wolf drawing happened. Like I don't remember why I suggested to you like drawing wolves or something. Maybe it was that you
I
showed
think
me
I-
some art that
yeah.
you drew of a wolf, and I was like, oh, it'd be really
It's
cool
Luna.
if Luna from
From Hell of a Boss.
Hell of a boss.
yes.
Her in her wolf form.
Oh yeah.
And I really liked that, so I was like, oh, it'd be really cool if you drew like Amaterasu or like whatever the other two wolves that Wolflink, and who was the third one?
The third one, I did Samazenta because I'm evil, and Zacian is like way more popular. So to get back at Zacian for being more popular, I drew Samazenta from Pokemon.
And I think you said like, oh, wouldn't it be funny if it was all three of them doing that, like the three wolves howling at the moon meme? And I was like, that sounds like something that would sell at a convention. Like that would be a great idea. And then like immediately you realized that idea, and I was like, wow, you actually like listened to my good advice, and I was like so happy about that. Like so many people won't, you know.
Yeah.
And not to say that like, oh, Z Cypher's gonna draw everything you recommend. Like, no, it was a good idea. That's why it was drawn. But like, I'm glad when somebody
That's the
listens
thing.
to a good idea.
I love having a dialogue when it comes to art, and it frustrates me is that, like you said, so many artists are just like, no, I'm just gonna do my own thing, and it's like you can tell them like, oh, I don't know if this idea is gonna work, and they'll be like, no, they're like asking for feedback, but they don't actually want it. Whereas like I do try to open it. I like to share ideas because I always come up with something better when I talk to someone than if I'm just like banging my head against the wall trying to figure out myself.
Yeah. And you're like willing to modify your work. Like if I told you there was something anatomically wrong or something, I know you would actually go fix it, and you wouldn't be like, oh, but I already drew it, like it's already done. Like you'd be like, oh yeah, you're right. I'm going to re-realize this now, Okay, now it's Nisa's turn to praise Brody.
Oh, Brody. Well, I don't know. Brody said a lot of how I feel about how she feels about me, how I feel about her, which is I do really feel like Brody's my sister. I admire you so much. Like
Aw.
you have your life so together, and I know I don't want to get into like your whole
Oh, no,
like
calm down on that
private
one.
lore. But like you've been through so much, and the fact that you have it so together like is so amazing to me. Yeah, and you're so funny, you're so smart, you're such a great writer. I love your writing. Your
Aw.
YouTube is like blowing up, which is amazing. And yeah, I think also when things were kind of tanking in the server, like you really stepped up and were like, I want to make this place jumping again. I want to inject life back into it. I really appreciate that. Because
Aw.
I feel I also was like very depressed at that time too. And I don't know, I guess with the whole drama, like I think it all hit us really hard because
There was definitely
we
a
were
hangover from it.
yeah, definitely. And I also like because I was thinking like Z Cypher also had like the Artist Way forum and the Infinity Train
Infinity
watches,
Train watch
which
party.
Yeah.
those were
Yeah.
that like that
That carried for a little while.
that really carried me through some shit, like watching those seasons, especially was it
It's therapy.
Season 3. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my god, season 3. I want to cry.
Yeah. Oh
I
my
was like,
god.
I haven't seen the show in like 5 years or so, and it's literally about getting therapy.
Yeah.
Seriously.
We all did like a therapy group watch together, but yeah, that like held me on, but like Brody really trying her hardest to like get adding everybody, even though like people are like, why are you adding me? Like it's just like I
True.
don't give a
I'm the
fuck.
at
like
queen. I'm the at queen. I live
um,
to at.
Which I have to emphasize, I encouraged. I was like, if you're a mod, you have that power so you can do that. Like, at everybody, I don't give a fuck. Like, I want them to participate. I want them to be annoyed and, like, begrudgingly get in here, So I'm glad you do that.
Yeah, I am too, because I feel like I wouldn't have the guts to do that because I'm just like, oh, what if I'm bothering somebody? And you're like, I don't give a fuck. I'm adding you.
I'm a PhD in being irritating. I thrive
It
off of
was
it.
remarkable when we held that poll to like ask people, what do you think of the server? How could we improve it? And there were like 4 or 5 people being like, I want to be pinged less. And Brody's just like, no.
Yeah. You want to be pinged more?
You can mute the fucking pigs if it's really that big of a deal. Like,
true.
like,
Yeah.
what do you
I don't
not
know
want
how
to...
many people get
If
there.
you don't want to be in the
That's
server, you can just not be in the server. Like,
Yeah.
but we're fucking
Every
doing stuff.
time.
Like,
Every
I'll never
time I
understand people
join
who
a
get annoyed
server-
at pings.
Every time I join a server for the sake of emotes or like I don't think I'm gonna interact much, the first thing I do after joining is to turn off all notifications,
Yeah.
all of the pings.
this is the
You
only
do that
server I
aside from
have
that.
everything on, Like,
Yeah.
No, I
Yeah.
just ignore them.
It's like people get so upset. They spam. You'll like ping everyone. You'll be like, hey everybody, watch a movie with me, and then you'll get like 5 of the emotes that are like Pepe Frog saying, why'd you ping me? It's like that's Reddit.
Seriously,
That's
looking
Reddit.
at my-
Brain. Go back to Reddit.
Looking
Stop
at
it.
my Discord like sidebar, I have like 1,000 pings plus. I
Fucking-
just don't answer them.
I'm in the It's funny because I noticed all of you have like a little heart next to your name, and it says GB Fly, which I didn't even realize we had like our own
I made
tag.
that, like months ago.
We lost it for a bit, and I think because a bunch of us
re-
canceled Nitro, so
Right.
we
I
had to,
re-upped
Yeah.
my Nitro.
Yeah,
I re-upped my Nitro and bought it.
I don't know. I'm like a Discord idiot, so I totally missed that. But I'm in the deleted server, so I have a skull that says villain next to my name, which is like totally opposite energy. But like in his server, he literally almost every time he posts at all, he ats everyone. Like he's like, no, you all have to listen to every single thing I'm having to say. Which obviously I've muted that because I'm an adult, but I do think it's really funny and actually a good way to keep a server active. So I encourage the pings. Do it all the time. If you're not smart enough to mute the pings, then you deserve the headache.
well,
Or
and
just
even
answer.
more so-
like,
or just be a part of the community. Obviously, is the better
Yeah, or
the better
just
answer.
answer.
we
Just-
set up a bot where you can get roles where you can get pinged even more. If you're like,
Yeah.
oh, I wanna be-
Yeah.
every time someone releases art, I don't want to miss that. You can get a role for that.
We have art release, we have music release, we have community stream
Writing.
watcher, we have writing release now. That's a newer one. I forgot there's a ping for that, or else I would have pinged everybody to read the thing I wrote and posted in there that I think only Evil Rhoda has read so far. But I just didn't realize we had a writing ping. But yeah,
we do.
if you want to see people's creativity, you will definitely see it. And I highly encourage everyone in the server who's listening to this, use the pings. We are in here to see the stuff,
I will ping everybody every day. At everyone every day.
The only time I feel bad pinging people is when there's like a group watch or something happening, and I'm like, well, I really want to live stream right now, so sorry, but it's up to everyone to choose if they want to watch anime or
Well, okay, like
watch me play Resident Evil at this moment.
I literally did both yesterday at the same time, the whole time. Like I
Oh my
watched,
God.
I watched
Giga
all,
check.
I watched all 5 episodes of Turn A Gundam, and participated in chat, and watched all of your Resident Evil stream, and participated in chat. I'm just built different.
The ultimate autism. It's like someone holding up a vaccine in their hands, like finally the perfect autism.
Tylenol.
Well, you see, Turn A Gundam is in Japanese and has music, and your stream is in English. It has like sound effects, so like my brain can parse them as 2 different things at the same time, playing over each other. And I don't know, I'm crazy. That's the point I'm trying to make, I guess.
Quick
I'm the
question.
same.
Quick question for you, Trixie.
Yeah.
Can you recall where were you when I discovered that you couldn't shoot the Porsche
Yes.
in Resident Evil 9?
That shit was
You know
so
where you were
funny.
in Gundam?
Ooh, I think actually it had ended when that happened. I think I think it had just ended. But because I remember I was standing up, so I wasn't looking at the screen, and I just heard you burst the fuck out laughing, and I was like, "What's going on?" And then you were like, "I can't even point my gun at the Porsche," and I was like, "That is hilarious."
Unfortunately, I think I missed that because I went to go eat. But I was
Yeah, I
like,
had
I
to
did
get
have your
off.
stream up during work, and then like when I went to go play Deadlock or something.
Someone clipped it, and we need to turn that clip into a short. Like that has to be a video that exists by itself because
It
it was
has
funny as fuck.
It was really
Is it
good.
bad? My brain went, can I ask you a question? Where were you? And my brain filled in, where were you during 9/11?
The exact same
I did
thing.
it on purpose. I was 12 steps ahead of you. You had no idea the whole time I was thinking of 9/11. I'm always thinking of 9/11. It's always.
I
on
never,
my-
I haven't processed it still.
Never
I
forget.
remember because I was in
Never
5th grade,
forget.
and my teacher took a phone call and then just started crying in the corner of the room for a while, and didn't explain to the class why. And I was just like, "What's going on?" And then I got home, and like I was just annoyed that that's all that was on the television, but not on Cartoon Network. So I went upstairs and I was like, "Oh, thank God, Cartoon Network is something different." Like,
I love how
Ew.
collectively, like, we all, like, no matter, like, what our generation is, like, where we were on that day, what state we lived in, we all collectively don't give a fuck about it.
No, I don't.
Well, I was
I
10. I didn't understand. I had never heard of the fucking
I
World
was
Trade Center.
5.
So
I was like 8 or 9. I
Yeah,
think
I
I was
was-
say I was at my
I was in
yaya's
kindergarten.
house. She
Whoa,
had a hair
whoa, whoa.
salon,
Whoa, whoa,
and all the
whoa.
old ladies started crying. And I was like, "Why are you crying?"
Why are we all spilling all of our 9/11 stories right now? Brody
Oh, yeah.
literally added 9/11 as a podcast episode. It's on the list.
Yeah,
I just don't
edit
want to
that part
forget
out.
it.
Just-
I just don't wanna forget
Every
it.
time I think about 9/11, I think about that meme where it's the one of the Transformers like turning into a plane, and it's like, what I've done, and then the Transformer plane hits the towers, and that's the funniest fucking thing in the world.
I just fucking say, you
What?
open the damn, all the 9/11 stories. My favorite 9/11 meme is the Magic School Bus. I like the Magic School Bus theme song. They go, on the Magic School Bus, let's go, baby. And it crashes into the tower, and you hear the kids
If
on the
you-
bus talking, and he says, man, I thought this was an inside job. And they go, Carlos.
Close.
I get it. If you want to know my humor, the Michael Bay memes make me crack up. I like pee my pants when Andrew shows them to me. Outside of the
Michael
cat
Bay.
AI videos.
I'm just imagining. I'm imagining a comment that's like, "It's 2016. I'm listening to a podcast with Trixie and all her friends, and they're joking about 9/11. It's 2026. I'm listening to a podcast with Trixie and all her friends, and they're joking about 9/11."
The
Yeah,
more
I mean,
things
they're killer, isn't
change.
it?
Yeah, the
What?
more things change, the more they stay the same.
Listen,
I'm
Britney
just
Spears
holding
just
in
got
on it, so-
arrested for drug driving.
Again? Yeah. Okay.
And we're
Nothing's
at war
changing.
in the Middle East.
Yep.
It's 2006.
I was in like a chicken restaurant earlier today, and I heard Wrecking Ball by Miley Cyrus playing on the radio
Oh
in
my
there.
god.
I was flabbergasted.
Oh
I haven't
my
thought of
God.
this since it came out. This is crazy.
Yeah.
Is Miley Cyrus still alive? Has anyone checked on her?
She is.
yeah.
she
She
just did
is.
She just did a song not too long ago.
She did?
She did.
Rona, it's not about Miley
Yeah.
Cyrus anymore. Get with the times. It's all about JoJo Siwa.
Who?
That's no, don't give her JoJo anymore.
I thought it was all about Chapel Roan. Am I saying that right?
No, it's all about Sabrina Carpenter now.
Chapel
It made
Roan's
me
actually
think
pretty
McRae.
cool though. She's legit.
What about
She
Billie
is, but-
Eyelash?
Eh,
You like
They like-
Billie?
people
say
like
that.
bitches.
Billie Eilish said that Cindy McPherson from the Boondocks is literally her, and that is just deeply, deeply cringe.
Wait,
so.
what? Oh my god.
That's her literally me character is Cindy from the
I-
Boondocks, and not
Her
not a
literally
look.
character is just like the most stereotypical Zoomer on earth. There was like a quote by
I
her.
know.
She said when she listens to music, she only listens to the first minute and a half because that's all you need.
Oh boy!
Oh my
wow.
She like
God,
TikTokified music. It's so fucking funny.
Billie Eilish, stop being cringe. All right, I think we're pretty much at the end of this podcast. If anybody has any final words or anything that they want to promote as we wind ourselves down, Bird has taken my headphones off.
Anime forever.
No, we're not there yet. Also, we're not going to say that at the end of the podcast.
We'll
Wait, I can
take
jump
questions from the chat now.
We will.
We will.
You mean the YouTube chat or?
I made a decision.
Yeah, everyone call in that. What I just like read Trixie's phone number off. I'm just like call it this number, leave a voicemail. We'll play it on the next episode.
Kino, is Yuta a fraud? Yes or no?
God damn it!
Don't disappoint me. Don't
Jujutsu
disappoint me.
Kaisen memes into the.
Oh my god.
Always.
How much?
All right. No, for real
Okay, I
though.
got a real question. Who farts the loudest? Definitely me. Definitely all the
Oh my
time.
Yeah, you have your
real
giga, your
question.
giga shard.
Got it,
Yeah,
got it.
shart.
Gang, gang, boy, we're stored.
I'm
No,
getting.
Bird can talk.
I'm getting invaded. The whole room's getting filled up with people and stuff. Okay. Why am I hearing an echo now? Where's the echo?
Bird is here. Bird entered the
Bird's
call.
on.
Oh, Bird literally entered the call. I see.
Let me go downstairs and be annoying.
God damn it, God. We're wrapping up the podcast.
Okay,
No.
We're getting trolled in 4D.
we
The
we
wheel.
gotta end it. We're almost at 2 hours, and I
Alright,
want it to be
no,
a clean 2
so-
hours.
Go. What questions haven't been answered that I can answer for you?
What do you mean?
It's a pretty open-ended question.
There are no questions. We're doing a bit.
You tell us who
We're
is
just introducing the
Brody
podcast.
I
Okay,
was taking audience questions. No one asked any
What
questions.
has this podcast been about?
it's been
Uh,
about us. and who we are and what we do and why we're friends and what is a golden butterfly and
Lifestyle.
A golden butterfly is me, bitch.
Good night, everybody.
Okay, you find Brody at
show.
Brody Caesar. You find Nisa at Nisa Draws. You find Z Cypher at Z Cypher. You find Krona at Gigadonk99 on
99.
YouTube. You find me at Trixie the Golden Witch and at Trixie TTS and at Bomber Girl Vera and at Nova's Anime Blog and at some 5 more YouTube channels maybe. And
Find
You
me.
click on the Gigadonk
And
that
you
has
find-
the Pink Cat Girl as the profile pic. You don't click on the Gigadonk that has the Ahigao face. The Ahigao face is not mine. That is not my account. That is a fraud. That is a faker. That is an imposter. Do not
Giga-
fucking
Giga
click on the.
Slop.
Damn, Corona, you reading this like it's a fucking medical ad.
I had a beer and my true power was unlocked.
you find
I
Bird.
have a low tolerance, so it takes 1 beer to unlock my true power, my full potential.
You find
What
Bird
beer?
at Picnic Adventure and also at Bird Stork on, I guess, Twitter?
Literally
Well,
everything.
you don't
Twitter,
post on Twitter
Instagram.
though. You just read it.
I haven't posted on Twitter or Instagram for about a year.
Yeah, all right. So Picnic Adventure on YouTube is the best place to find Bird. I got to upload more to that channel cuz I have a bunch of unedited footage. And
Stares at Beatrice.
and that's it, gang. Let's all at the same time make a bunch of obnoxious sounds. All right, on the count of 3. 1 on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Bagingi! Bagingi! Wagugu! Yeah, there we go. That's what I needed. All right.